Hello everyone, good evening, this is Fanny Menardi from Pachamama Art. So as promised, I am doing a gallery tour of my house, starting right here in my bathroom with my two artworks right here, Mother of Pearls and Rainbow Sun. And Mother of Pearls. Because this is where everything starts, really, my journey as an artist, as a mom. I started painting when I was pregnant, and then when my child was taking naps, my baby, then that was my first really international conference online, while being a mom and during COVID and stuff like that. This is a Van Gogh painting from my grandfather, who was a painter as well. And this bit is a seed of life. So this one reminds me of my grandmother because she gave me a medallion. She always had a medallion when I was a child with jade on it and a Chinese sign and old gold like that. I wanted her to give it to me. I was like, oh, can I have it, Garrett? She was like, when you're older, I will give it to you. And so she finally gave it to me and a few years ago, and I painted a flower of life that looks just like it. Right here, I have a print directly given to me by the author that I interview, Miss Dr. Patricia Daly-Leip, who wrote the book Myth, Magic, and Metaphor, with the dragon and the unicorn. That was a really cool interview. Right here, I have my wish lamp from Egypt with some oils, pure oils from Egypt. I've barely ever used them. This is just so cool. Jasmine. These are my perfumes from all of my life. This one, my grandmother gave it to me. It's a French perfume. This is a perfume from Bahrain, based on vanilla and oud. They say oud. It's like a Arabic perfume. This one over there as well is from Bahrain. This one is from Aix-en-Provence, from the Gallimard from the Gallimard Perfumery in Grasse, which is the capital of perfume in France. So just my bathroom right there is already full of super cool memories. So now, are you ready to take a tour of my house, of all my artwork and the history since I moved in this house and started decorating and writing my oracles and writing books and articles? So this one is called Wish Pouch, I think. It's a Celtic symbol, which is it was the wish pouch of the Celtics, with a full moon behind it, because of course they were doing their rituals and celebrations with the moon. This one is from Egypt, Isis, with my name written in Arabic, which I already knew how to write it because when I went to Tunisia with my friend's family when I was 12 years old, they taught me, and then I learned Arabic in Bahrain as well. So that's cool. And my name here in hieroglyphs. So these papyrus are from Egypt as well. When I went to a museum factory, papyrus museum and factory, and they sold me some cool papyrus, they gave me as a gift some, get off book. They got me some virgin papyrus so I could paint on it. So I made this amazing Anubis painting, To the Stars and Beyond, and this was made during the first spacewalk launched by SpaceX from NASA in California, in Florida, where I went 4 times or 3 times trying to see the launch live, and it was always delayed, with my son sleeping in the car, taking the 3 hours ride, 4 hours. Oh my God, I had to work the next day. I was sleeping in my car. That was crazy, trying to get through the gate at NASA. That I finally delivered a crystal for the crew to wish them luck. So I think the guardian did it. And I gave him a scarab. So I had a blue scarab from ancient Egypt that I bought in a secret spot in Cairo. And it was blue like that, you see? And the scarab is very symbolic. I had a dream about the scarab one day. It was a Horus, the bird man, giving a scarab to the crocodile. What's his name? Is it Set, the head of the crocodile? I don't remember. No. But, oh, what's his name? Sobek, sorry. So the crocodile-headed god. And in my dream, that was when my son was starting to go to school, and I felt like I was giving my son, like, to get the knowledge to the education system and stuff. So that was like a rite of passage. But so when I was at the gate at NASA, the first guard was really mean and wouldn't have nothing to do with me. So I left, and I came back 2 hours later at like 1 a.m. to see if the guard would be a new guard. And it was a new guard, super nice, young, super polite, and talked to him. And I said, okay, well, I can't get in, but I'm giving you a mission. You're going to deliver that crystal, the angel, to the crew, the Polaris crew. And to thank you, I'm giving you this scarab that is the symbol of the gatekeepers, right? The knowledge, the keepers of the knowledge. So I told him, I was like, this is a very precious artifact because it comes from ancient Egypt, and I got it in Egypt. It's like 2,000 years old. I don't know how long. He was like, oh, okay, cool. So I think he delivered the angel. So that's a cool story with this papyrus. So that was in August 2024. And that was in August 2022. That was summer 2022, 2 years ago, when after I went to Egypt, and I created this Metatrons equation of a free energy equation. Okay, with anti-gravity formula. I was looking for the word. Okay, with Chinese ninja symbols. Stop. The ninja chakras. Okay, with, of course, Yoda, fly the ship. And I made a whole class about it, so I'm not going to give you the whole class. This giant abstract right here, was from my first vision board workshop here in Jacksonville, Florida. And I wanted all my community, all my people who come to my workshop, to come for an event, and to all paint a giant mandala together. So you can see here, there is a big circle right here, and then we made a giant dream catcher. You see the dream catcher? You can see the dots. And everybody painting a corner of it. You see, everybody started to paint, like, we were all around that canvas for New Year's. You see, Cam painted that side right here with the bees. But we never had time to finish it. We never got time to finish it because then I completely stopped my workshops, my business. I got really, really broke, total panic. So that was really the breaking point where I completely stopped my workshops and having people coming at my house and staying and stuff because I was drowning. So it was a drastic electroshock when I really focused on my book for a year or two, on my trainings, on my book, on looking for a job. I did everything, guys. So then when I stopped painting and I found my job, or just when I decided to get a job or whatever, I took all my paint that I had left, all my paint, and I poured it on that. And then I made this abstract. So that was my last. And then I started buying more paint and painting again some stuff, but I don't have as much as when I used to do my workshop. That was like, that's cool. So still in the theme of space. So that I also painted that at the time when I went to SpaceX, because I wanted to send them some. I was like, if I do get to see them and meet Elon Musk and the crew and stuff, I need to have gifts to give them. So I had my trunk full of art. I had that one, I had the papyrus, I had the Ministry of Sound. I was so ready to go. Like, I went at the gate, I was like, yeah, I'm the new recruit for SpaceX. They're like, oh, you have like a badge? I was like, yes. Oh my god. I showed them the invitation that I self-made invitation and stuff. Oh my god, what a psycho. And then I did the campaign for Antonio Guterres for the Nobel Peace Prize. So these are all CDs. You see, this is the Goldberg Variations, Great Performances from Bach. This one is still the Egyptian style with the ankh, and you see the lamp right here that I even have as a tattoo. Here's all my oracle cards collections. So this is, see, all my treasures is all paint and oracles and books. This is so cool. This is like a house of artifacts. So of course you have my oracle right here, Mother Earth Mandala Oracle. Go ahead guys, you should get it. There's 44 of my artworks. It took me 2 years to write this one. This was the year that I moved to Jacksonville, it was published, but I started it when I had my child. And with all these oracles, like real feminine energy, Journey to the Goddess Realm, the Isis Oracle by Alana Fairchild. This is a collab with a French brand of cannabis champagne, Roseau Picot, that I painted 13 painting collections for them to put in a catalog. So we haven't made it yet because they're still launching their business as well. So it's always difficult to find funds for collabs, but at the same time, l'union fait la force. Union makes you stronger. I have my Masters collection here, Billy Carson, Fractal Holographic Universe, Spalding, the teachings of the Masters of the Far East. Here you can see the Chinese signs. I got my book right here. Look at this book, super high quality. This is super awesome. Super awesome book also, I love it. Just a book like this cost me like, I don't know, like $100 to make, or $150 just to print that book. Look, it's cardboard. So of course, if you order, I can't sell those because if I want to make some, at least pay back for my fees, I have to sell those $150, which is worth it, honestly. Look at the quality. Like, it's like, this is super good quality. Amazing quality. This one, the story of this painting, this was a trade. A few years ago, I saw a lady online on Facebook who was making totem animals portraits, spirit animals. And I wrote to her and I was like, oh, can you paint my spirit animal? And I will make you a painting in exchange. So you make a painting for me, I make a painting for you, and for free. So she said yes. She was super excited. She was like, oh yeah, I love your art, let's do it. So I made her that, which was, her name was Emmanuelle, so her name would start with an E. And then it was also the name of my son, Esteban. So every person who has a name starting with E, or a word or a concept, this is also a fire letter from the the fire letter oracle. There were letters, I believe, by the Incas to be engraved in the portals of the universe. So the symbol of the metamorphosis with the woman and the wings and the hand, the Fatma hand here with the hearts. Like, this artwork was absolutely gorgeous. Look at the mix of the color. This was all metallic colors, okay? So this was nice and shiny, vibrant, super beautiful. And look at what she made me. This was my totem animal that she painted for me. Emmanuel Guimard. Look beautiful. And there was a message with it and everything. How cool, isn't it? Yeah. An artwork bought in Machu Picchu village. When I went with Esteban, I was at the restaurant. Esteban wanted to go to the same restaurant every day because he met a friend there. There was a boy from one of the waitresses who was hanging out there all the time. So he just wanted to hang out there. You can see there's like a unicorn here in the mountain and a dog right here, like a Beethoven. And it's true, ever since I went to Peru, I always see faces. I would always see faces in the mountain. In Peru, all the time. It's like nature is talking to you. There's like faces in the mountain. The wind is singing. I mean, it's like, it's so strong and alive. At least when I went by myself in 2010, 2011, it was really like that. Here's my Rainbow Bay. Okay, I think it's self-explanatory. You have some of the rain here. You have all the element, the rain. See the little drops of rain. The sun. So this is when it's sunny, when it rains, when it snows, and lightning with the symbol of strength. This is a sun, symbol of strength also. Who, guys? And this is just my bathroom and my office. So imagine. And this is when I was in Mississippi. It was my first time really like we were starting decorating our house and thinking of having a house and stuff like that. And I wanted a carpet. I've always wanted to have a massive carpet. I know it's random, but I always wanted to have like a massive carpet. And after I sold my first painting in Gallery 782 in Biloxi, Mississippi, my first art gallery, I sold my first painting there for $270. And after that, I went to spend the money on buying a giant carpet painting. This one was like $600. I negotiated the crap out of it. I was like, come on. No, I don't know how much it was, but I was like, if you just let me have it for that price, blah, blah, blah. In the end, I barely paid additionally to what I made that day. Plus, I added a little bit more, but that paid for my carpet pretty much. Yes. So then, I love that carpet so much, I was like, I'm going to make an artwork that goes with it. And then I made that. You see? Cool. So here you have the Amazon. I love that artwork. So when I was at the gallery, Artsy and Shop Gallery here in Jacksonville, there was a collab between like the Cultural Council and all the artists of Jacksonville who we all had our art in there. There was like, I don't know how many artists, like 40, 50 artists. That was so cool. Every time I would come in the gallery, there would be some new art. And one day I come in and here she is. Amazing, huge painting. And I'm like, oh my God, I want this. It made me think of the Gauguin painting, you know, like the Indian woman with the bird. That my grandpa had painted that. My mom had a copy of it. So that made me think of that. And I was like, oh my God, I want this painting so much, $2,000. And lucky I had a $2,000 painting at the gallery that this painter loved. When I met her, she was like, oh, you're that artist. I was like, oh my God. I met her. I was like, what? Wait, you're the one who painted that? Like, oh my God, I was oh my God, I love you so much. I love this painting. Oh my God, I need to have it. I was like, do you like some of my paintings? And she's like, oh, which one is your painting? And she sees my painting and she's like, oh my God, you're the one doing that. Like exactly the same. And we're like, let's trade paintings. She's like, yeah, let's trade the paintings. Awesome. So, because I had so many of my same art painting, and she was like, oh, I'm the same. I have all my art. This is easy for me to make, like portraits. I was like, really? Because that is impossible for me to make something like that. I was like, for me, it's just, I'm just making circles, you know? The dots is what takes the time and makes it look cool, but essentially it's not being very, like I can paint that. So that was so cool. And then this is Esteban and his friends. This is my new version of the Tot Tablets of Emerald. I painted 3 different versions. I painted Tot 3 times. The first time in a small artwork that is now in Egypt with the guy that took me to the Temple of Thought. I gave it to him to thank him. And here artwork by Esteban, and this is the 10 Commandments of Business. Here I have my Rainbow Mountain from Peru and a crystal. Here you got Esteban's Buituis when he was painting the blue aliens. This is Esteban's little art gallery right here. This is all his art. Yes, he's got his own wall. Here we've got, of course, the KK painting. This actually amazing, beautiful artwork with the 2 angels. It's like 2 angels here at the window, looking at life, looking at the world, watching over everyone. The abstract, just the abstract itself, I just wanted to leave the abstract. I was like, the abstract just like that. And then I was like, oh, what if I put this over it? Something simple, something really subtle. Like the abstract is still really beautiful, but you have all these glitter, just glitter. Oh yeah, that's good quality, guys. Like that thing, let me tell you, that's not going anywhere. Yeah, very cool with the tip of the UN's crown. Then, you know, guys, my traditional parallel worlds with all the heart symbolizes all our networks, all the different windows to the world, our parallel dimensions as well, which is a little bit of how we've been living through the internet. And I've been feeling in between, like, when you see the difference between the individual level and the global level, collective, the UN, government, all this stuff. Here we got Tony Robbins. That I wanted to say a word on that because you know how I've been campaigning for Tony Robbins and Kamala Harris. I wrote to Kamala Harris. I was like, you want to win these elections? You need to have Tony Robbins. It's the only way. Trust me. Just ask Tony Robbins to be your VP, run. We need a strong hand, like a strong man. She wanted to go for like the grassroots people, which is us, right? But the thing is that people like me, we want superstars. Like, we don't want more of loans. We don't want more of like social programs and stuff. Yeah, we need them, okay? But in terms of marketing strategies and what selling the dreams to people, they want like spaceships, they want Elon Musk, they want Tony Robbins, you know, they want like, and let me tell you, those dicks are beating us like this, like the dicks that come back between Trump and Elon Musk and all their tribes over there, and us women at the UN. We're like, we need a young, strong women come back through the UN, defending the environment, being united and speaking up, you know, to show perspectives. Yeah, because they took over, and I don't appreciate the way they're treating Kamala Harris, how they're so mean to her, because no matter what, she's still going with the people. She's a great woman. I always say the only reason why they left is because they were selling missiles. They were giving missiles. That's the big mistake. Just before the elections, big mistake. So, but we love them. I love Kamala Harris, Joe Biden, I love them. So this is the Metatron's cocktail. What was the name of this one? Metatron on the rocks, right? With the platonic solids and the Blue Angels and the airplanes. Terramana Tequila logo. Here you have the same. So I created that cross right here with the KK. It's like the KX, right? The K cross. The K cross, I love it. With the UN logo, I love it. Love, love, love it. This artwork right here was created by my friend Karine. When she came here to visit me in Jacksonville, we wanted to paint. So we were by the pool, chilling and painting. And she painted that. And she loved it. She loved painting the dots. After that, she made like 100 other paintings when she left. She's been dotting. She loved it. This is the Unalome. And this one is called Imagination. This is a sigil in the middle that I created. Imagination, and the other 4 sigils are for creativity, protection. What did I say? Creativity, protection, and I don't know the other ones. I don't remember. Courage, I think. I don't remember, but it's all like good mood, creativity, and protection, imagination, all this stuff. Free. This is the free-handed Metatron's cube. And this, guys, I wanted to show you because this is so precious. This is from Nazca, Peru. When I used to live in Lima, I had some really, really good friends from my work that then became like family. Sheila, she went to live with my grandparents in Normandy for a year and studied in France for her master's. Like, she literally stayed with my grandparents like for a year. So her mom gave me that. These are little mini potteries from Nazca. Little frame like this. So cute. So amazing. Here's the Tree of Life. Okay, so of course I'm showing this for the UN because all this collection hopefully will be sent out for the UNESCO. Okay, that's my goal in life. I haven't painted all this just to decorate a house that nobody sees. My goal in my life right now is to move all this collection to the UNESCO, the New York City Visitor Center, right? And yep, all free, guys. I'll give it to you all for free. Just want the fame. I just want the fame and the recognition and the job. That's it. I want to be a part of it. Here is another one. The golden spiral. Look at that. So for this one, guys, it looks super simple, right? Not that simple because I was doing the spirals, but in order to be able not for it to blend like a giant piece of confettis, I had to make sure that the colors don't interfere with each other on each circle. So you can see the yellow, the yellow start here, and where the yellow stops, you see, then there's less and less and less yellow, less and less until the yellow stops. Okay, focus on the yellow. And now look how the purple, see, it was pink. The purple started right here, little bit, more purple. And then there's less purple. Now it turns to more green and blue, some pink. And then the pink comes back. It's a different pink. And you see how it had to be meant that I would never have like green and green. See, I have a majority of green and yellow, here a majority of green and pink, here a majority of purple and red. Okay, but when you see in the end, it's so harmonious. So this one took me a while. Sometimes, yes, because every time you make a new color, you have to wait kind of, you know, you go around to make your first layer, you wait till it dries to see how it looks like, then you continue it. This was a piece as well, piece of art. This dog here, you can have it too. Yep, very annoying, very beautiful, very gorgeous. Don't let him fool you. He looks innocent like that, but he's not. Very dangerous, very aggressive. Yes, I know both. I know. Here comes the sun. The sun. So these are massive artwork. I don't know if you see the size. Look, that's my dog. Giant dragon. Look at the size of the art. It's like, okay, that's a big artwork with a vintage frame. So I love to mix the vintage frame and the metallic colors, right? To mix the two worlds, the past and the future and the present, and the wood from the earth and the sun from space. Here is a view of the earth. Okay, this is a view of the flat earth, of course, with a symbol right here. It's a fire letter, so same as the Inca portals I was talking about earlier. That is for collective healing. Collective healing. And it's crazy, guys, because you know what? These fire letters, they're so powerful. Like every time I painted them, stuff happened. Okay? So every time I painted those fire letters, like stuff happened, and now I just look at the shape. First, it goes way down and backwards, like what? It goes way down and backwards, then it goes back up on a little peak. And then, whoo, roller coaster, and then it's like the snake. Yep, the great comeback, right? And I feel like it's been like our lives a little bit. Like we were moving forwards, enjoying it. Woo, all of a sudden, the great slide to the abyss, then you have a little mountain, like everything goes down, the wars again come back, and now it's gotta be like the great comeback, the year of the snake. So yeah, let's keep going, like moving forward now. Of course, you've got these three right here, classics, that go with the Ministry of Sound one. I just have vertigo, so I cannot risk my life to just hang the painting. So right now it's only three, but it's four that go together. So the earth with flower of life. This one is the very first artwork I ever painted. This is my favorite of them all. I love it. This is the Chacana, love it too. All the three of them, they're so unique. And this one called Mystery. So this one is a crop circle. This is from a crop circle. Okay. Look how cool. Yep, original art, original art. All right, here's another original painting, very simple. It's a Christmas winter artwork. This is another original Amazon from my very first Mandala Oracle, the Mother Earth Mandala Oracle. So this is a print, but trust me, it's good. This is a really good print from the painting that is right now. Yeah, okay. So this is a print, very beautiful print from what I have in Egypt. Yep. Here's the rest of my tribe.
Give me the phone. I need to show them. Give me the phone. I need to show them something.
This is, what do you want to see? What do you want to show?
I want to show them something.
This is electric. This is electric charge, I guess, from a sound therapist. And this is my original picture collection from all around the world. Angkor Wat, Peru, Oman, Peru, 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 and Zion Park in the United States. Oh, right here, the lion, this beautiful lion right here from the pyramids with the flower of life. Love it. Original on a round canvas. This one is a round canvas. Started painting it in France, but I don't have time to finish it in France, so I brought it back here. And this one, guys, we're gonna finish on that one, which is the first painting I've ever had from Peru, my first apartment that I had in Peru. This one. So the first artwork that I had in Peru when I rented a room in an apartment, when I first got there, it was a closet. It was a small closet. There was just the space for my suitcase and a mattress on the floor and a tiny carpet in between to complete the angle of the rectangle between the suitcase and the bed. And that's it. That's all. Literally, that was a closet. Oh my god, that was like $180 a month. But the apartment was in a good location, and then there was a living room and a kitchen. Of course, it wasn't great at all, but I had roommates too. There was an extra room, but the room was like a closet. Ugh. And there was a room next door, but that was like their storage, right? So I was there was the dust with all the storage right next to this little closet. It was like two closets, and one of the closets they had put into a room. So, but that was my first apartment. But the only thing there was in this room was that painting that I just showed you, and that was my window. I would stay in my bed staring at that painting for hours. I loved it. And when I moved out, I took the painting. I was like, you know what? If I get one thing from this apartment, it's going to be the painting. They left it. I was like, who would leave this painting in a closet like this, abandoned? If nobody's claiming it, I'm taking it. And I'm going to honor this painting better than anybody else. So I kept it. That thing traveled all the way in Peru, back to France with me, back to the America, and now to my house. See? So I kept it all my life for 10 years. So yeah, I never knew who painted that, but that's obviously a Peruvian artist in Lima. So yeah, that's where it all started. I would actually not in this room, in that closet room. In the middle of the night, this apartment was haunted. At the middle of the night, I would wake up with a vortex right above my face on the ceiling. Like there is literally a vortex. I wake up in the middle of the night. I'm paralyzed. I have sleep paralysis. I cannot move at all. My eyes are like, I don't know if my eyes are awake or not, but I cannot move. I'm paralyzed. And I was alone in the country, alone in this haunted apartment, and I'm paralyzed, and there is vortex right over my face for real. Not in my dreams or my imagination, in a real vortex. And my whole body is like in trance. That's crazy. And of course, like I would wake up at night, and like there would be like someone breathing in my ears, like, oh my god, that was horrible. That was so horrible. And then like even he tried to attack me. Like I would be walking in the apartment, and like there would be frames, like throwing frames at me and stuff like The Exorcist. After the frame, I moved. After like the vortex, the sleep paralysis, you can put this, you can blame it on the sleep. You can be like, oh, you have the benefit of a doubt. Like, you're not sure if you're really sleeping. Maybe you are crazy, like your friend is saying, you know, but like the frame attacking you in the middle of the day, daylight, like in front of people and stuff, that, okay, you can't make that up. So I was like, okay, now we're moving. He doesn't like me. Oh my God, what a life, let me tell you. And then after that, I moved. And so after that, I was trying to go on a quest to apartments. So I went out to the street. I took the newspaper. I found some apartments to visit that I knew was not going to be great and stuff. But as I am on my way to visit the apartment, I hear two guys talking in the street, and they're like, and I hear one of the guys who's like, oh yeah, this apartment is great, man. I wish I can rent it soon and stuff. And I'm like, oh, what? Wait, what? Like, what? Excuse me, I overheard what you're saying. I didn't mean to, but I'm on my way to visit an apartment right now. But if you're renting an apartment, where can I ask you some question? Where is it? He's like, oh, it's right here across down the street, like by the Malecon in Barranco. Perfect. It's a nice big apartment with 2 rooms with a view. Okay, my battery was shut, but so now we're in the world of the mystery. Actually, that's funny because now I'm in my room. It's late, 8 o'clock at night. And I was talking about the synchronicities in Peru, how all of a sudden, as I was taking a step towards something, the universe would send me better. Like, okay. So I ended up in this apartment, and I convinced my roommate from the other old haunted apartment to move into the new apartment with me, so we could still share the rent, but in a better place, pay a little bit more, but that was so worth it. And the apartment was awesome. We stayed there for a few months, I think half a year or something like that. But so now I was just finding this book about the OVNI, this French book, because in that apartment, in the new apartment, I had a view on the ocean, and I saw one day a UFO over the ocean. There was this light like stagnating just above the ocean. That was in 2010 or 11. So there was no like drones yet, you know? So this is a French book. This is even before that. This is 1996. I was 10 years old. That's the kind of book I would buy when I would go out with my grandma and I would see books and stuff. I would buy like this kind of books, like UFOs and stuff. So look at the table of content. It's in French, but UFO, myth or reality, encounter of the third kind with extraterrestrials, OVNI and perturbation, electromagnetic perturbations, the mysterious men in black, what to think about UFO pictures, because at the time we didn't have AI. Like nowadays you see so much scam online with AI. You see good stuff also with the technology, but you never really know what's real or what's not. At the time, like the picture scams, they were like crazy. It's like a guy cut this thing and stick a picture over it. Like, okay, that was easy to detect fake pictures. Now, OVNI and CIA, and then stories of extraordinary encounters. The story of a surgeon, UFOs in Argentina, UFOs in Japan, extraterrestrial attack, abductions, the love between an earthling and an extraterrestrial, the mysterious lights of the OVNI, of the UFOs, and the eyes of the witnesses become orange. What in the world? All right, crazy. Okay, so let's go to the lights, because I've seen those lights many times, and I've seen them again in Copacabana, Bolivia. So the lights is page 116. Let's see what page 116, what they say. This book is so old. It's like there's spiders coming out of it. I'm telling you. Australia, some colors of rainbow. Wow, so they said they saw some lights, and then a few days later there was an accident at the same place. Hold on, I'm gonna read it. Oh my god, this was crazy. Oh wow, I was talking about synchronicities. Everything I was talking to you about, look how it comes into place. You see how I showed you the 3 discs earlier that I painted? And I was talking about the vortex and how I was paralyzed, and I would feel like my hands tingling and my legs like paralyzed. Listen to this. That is crazy. So light encounters. Okay, so there's a group of 35 people in a prairie. Okay, and all of a sudden they see a star coming down the sky, and the star now is down on the floor, like landing on the floor. And they said that it's got light beams coming out all around the vessel. It's round, and the vessel is kind of supported by those light beams, vertically coming down and vertically spinning around a vertical they're spinning around a vertical axis, right? Light beams, and they said it's hot, so that could be a light energy, this anti-gravity that I thought would be like sound waves, could be sound waves and light waves, because they have a wavelength, right? The wavelength of the frequency, right? The wavelength. So when you see the wavelengths, it's like a wave, right? So it's got a density in the end. So if those light beams, this density is spinning, the secret of the electron is the spin, is spinning around this vertical axis that could be the anti-gravity force, with the light beams around it kind of to protect or to surround, almost like a tube, almost like a cable. You know, when you have your cables and there is this plastic tube around it to protect it. So with the light beams would be around those vertical, and all this frequency that amplify each other but contain into those light beams, the frequency of those light beams and the spin around it makes it almost like solid, and they're almost like levitating over that, supported by those light beams. Crazy. And they said that as they were moving closer to it, their legs, and they would feel their legs and arms tingling, like because of the vibration of the frequency. And so then they said that there's those discs around it that were sending these little red sparkles of light around it. So that's a mystery, but this already exists. I know it. You think that Elon Musk, that is cute. If Elon Musk is waiting for me to create the new SpaceX project, I would be honored. That is cute. But I don't think he needs me, because this technology, I'm sure, already exists. It's been there, and now that they're able to go to the Pentagon and sneak into their files and discovering everything, all of the truth, oh my God, buckle up, guys. That's gonna be crazy. I am so excited. So I'm in. Save me the UN, okay? Because apparently they're restructuring, sorry, all the government, all the branches with new people, young people, new ideas, cleaning all the stuff that no longer serve, and really make it really practical, and shortcutting all the hierarchy, because for example, they were showing how fundings between the person who donates and the person who receives, there's like 30 intermediaries that put a little bit in their pocket, all of them. And so in the end, whatever you donate doesn't never really reach the purpose to what you donate for. So unless you're acting directly locally and you know where you're impacting, it's important to have fundings for small businesses. It's important to have social helps and stuff like that, but you want them to be efficient. If there is money, you want to make sure it is actually benefiting the people. Like, I hope that all these cuttings that they're doing and shutting down all these consumption protection services, whatever, in the end, they never protect you. They're just like, you know what? My bank has an excellent customer service, because my son hacked me many times, my bank accounts, and they always refunded me. They're super good at protecting me. Thank God, because that thousands of dollars that would be that I could have lost like that. But I hope that this will also affect the interest rates, that we will have lower interest rates. People will be able to loan vehicles, or pay your loans faster, or mortgages faster, get more equity and all of this stuff. Because we're struggling, we want to contribute, but how can you contribute if you can't even make it yourself? So, wow, so impressed. I can wait to see, and thank you for watching. Can't wait to work at the UN to have all these collections. I hope you liked it. There's more stuff. There's another big painting here in my room, House of Colors. So there is material to be sent out there as a permanent collection, hopefully, of the Visitor Center in New York City. I'm moving in, guys. Vote for me, please, for the Mandela Prize of the United Nations. You have till February 28th, because I work day and night. I am a teacher during the day, and at night I'm making videos for you. I'm painting, I'm connecting people, taking care of my son. I'm a superwoman. I'm really trying to be being Miss Everybody, and trying to be in my own special way as well, and following the legacy also of the people who made this tribe. So thank you very much for watching, and take care, everyone. Bye.